Welcome back on a Monday where we are tuning in to the dragons. The dragons came to me 3 years ago and showed me themselves as dragons, not just the eyes, but as the whole dragon. They have messages that they want to transform and evolve humanity, so that anything that you're struggling with, any drama that you're having, you are the one who can call on any of the dragons that are in existence. For every single small detail within our human lives, there is a dragon that relates to that and can help pull you through, can help draw you out and solve and iron out that problem, whatever it is that's going on. I want to share this with you. I had a client this week who wanted to understand her business better. So this is how I'm helping. And she was in quandary as to what it is that she did, how she helped, and she was all in her head about it. So we went in deep, and we met the dragons, and we asked to be shown the business. We were asking to be shown and call in the dragon that represented her business, so that she could fall in love with her business, so that she could ask questions. Some of the questions that were coming through were, what is it that my clients want more than anything else? What will they buy? So there were so many questions, and we broke them all down. And the dragon that represented her business was so clear and so precise, and you couldn't help but feel the energy and fall in love and understand exactly the steps that needed to be taken. It was a wonderful, wonderful journey, and all of this was kind of noted down. But what we did further was we went into the feeling of the dragon. So we're not working on the head, we're not working on the words, we're listening to the silent language that's coming through. It's like dragon whispering, if you like. We're understanding the essence of her business. We're understanding the essence of the dragon. Now you can see this as metaphor, but I actually see the dragon, and the client actually has an impression and an understanding of the dragon. And then when we're working together, she can see the colours, she can have the feeling, she can have the words coming through as well. So this is the journey that we go on. And it was really kind of phenomenal, the fact that the dragon didn't feel that it was being trusted, the information that was being asked to carry on come through. So I'm wondering today, when I'm asking the dragon cards, and I put 4 cards out every single week, as to what the common theme is. We have a full moon today. And often when we have a full moon, this means that we're highlighting something, that something's been drawn to our attention, that the light is being shone on something. The super tramp, the light is just shining on you or shining on the problem. So it's normal if you're feeling at this particular time, nothing's working, I can't get anything to work. If you're feeling, what's that word? Discombobulated. If you're feeling confused, if you're just irritated and you're like, ooh, what is it? Often it's just something has been highlighted for you. This is called soul intervention. And what we're being shown here, and what I was being shown with this client, which is what I want to share with you today, is the client was coming at her business from her head. So every time she tried to connect it in and talk to her business, it just missed. It just went like into the stratosphere, into the cosmos. It wasn't hitting on anything. As soon as we brought her energy down, as soon as we wanted to connect in with the dragon, it was like, boom, straight in there. We got all our questions answered. And of course, this is just going to progress over the weeks. You really need to be able to move into your soul as far as this is all concerned, and then ask your questions from that perspective, into the soul of your business. The business readings that I do come back when I'm asking, what does the soul of your business want to tell this person? What does your soul of your business want to tell you? These are the visions that Source has for you, why your business chose you, why it's being created. Your soul gave you the idea to create this business, and what you're doing is giving it back to your soul on a silver platter, saying, I'm listening. But so often we're given these ideas for businesses and we go back at it with our head, with strategy, with linear thinking, and it just keeps missing all the time. We just don't get into what it is that the business is really here for. So knowing that and understanding that is really, really valuable. So the connection with your soul is what I have created in this little apero, a little taster. Call it a preschool if you like, pre-soul school. How can you start having those conversations with your soul so that eventually you can reach into your dragon essence of your business, of your life, of the problem, of the structure. Now, we're not just talking dragons for business, we're talking dragons for, I live in France, so I need to be able to speak French. And we went to a party this weekend and I was like, oh, holy crap. Right, okay, I need to call in Sophie. Sophie is my French dragon. She's red, white and blue, but blue, red and white or whatever. And she has a little accent. So I speak through her when I'm speaking to someone, and I'm always blown away when I think, oh my God, I'm in a full-blown conversation with someone here and they understand me and I understand them. And I'm taking it further and further and further and further every single time I'm in these situations. There is a dragon for everything. There's a dragon for grief. There's a dragon for your business. There's a dragon for money, who I met like a month ago. There's a dragon for business in general. And I went through this whole interview with this business in general. And it was kind of really enlightening. So I want you to know that there are dragons for everything. So today we are asking, with the full moon, what's the theme this week that's going on in the cosmic consciousness so that we can be aware what the dragons are telling us. There is a dragon there for every single practical thing that you as a human go through. Getting my pen so I can just make a note of the dragons as they come through, because we've got 4 dragons. If you've chosen a dragon, this is what we do every single Monday. We understand what it is that consciousness, cosmic, they want to tell us. So, oops, I wait for the dragon card to fall out. There's several different ways I do this. I either shuffle or I pull them out. I lay them all in front of me. Number 1. All right, so if you picked card number 1, we have Raphael this week. Raphael is all about the details. His card today is 24, Sowing Seeds, Earthly Success in Sowing Seeds. This card has really, really triggered me so many times. So if you picked number 1, this is the cosmic seed that the dragon Raphael wants you to really embody, to really take that on. Guess what? I remember my glasses this week. So I'm going to get my glasses. And if you hear any snoring, it's because Maya, my little dog, is snoring on the cushion behind me. So I want number 24 from Raphael. Thank you very much, Raphael. I'm talking to you. I'm asking you, what is the theme this week that we need to understand about our journey? Okay, earthly success in sowing seeds. It's so tempting to view your life on earth in terms of success and failure, and pin a badge of pride on the success that you've accumulated and your rewards directly received for a specific activity. Talk about business. Success on its own is to sow the seed. Sometimes it's not meant to go anywhere right away. Sowing the seed for me is creating the story, putting it out there in the story, articulating it, thinking it, believing it, feeling it, seeing it. All right? So there is a tendency to believe that maybe you, your desire, or your projects or products are not compelling enough. You feel the pressure build up and expect to be rewarded for all the time, effort, and hard work you have done. But because the seed is sown, it is now anyone's personal choice from their free will and from their soul as to whether they move towards now or not. Here is an opportunity to investigate your underlying beliefs. that lie behind what earthly success looks and feels like for you. So we make a note of success. And what we're being asked to do here is a spring clean on how you view success. What is success for you? Now, if you're in any of my groups, you'll understand what a spring clean is. Maybe you don't believe that you can do it for everybody that you come across, or that there is a really need to be able to ask your soul and your spirit if this is the right project or product for you to work on, and have a certain person that is best for you to be in a relationship with. So you're asking. So you're being able to ask and get your yes and your no responses. Again, if you're in any of my groups, A Course in Practical Magic, which is also called the Dragon Portal, this is exactly what we do. So whenever something comes up, whenever you're triggered by something, we're actually looking into it. What's really the belief behind that? Feel if there is a soul-to-soul connection with the clients, with the people, with the exhibition, with anything that you're looking for. And if that soul wants what you're offering, maybe there's a bigger purpose for you to follow, and that you're playing small. Oh God, this is so true. Not actually realizing that your destiny for this lifetime is somewhere else. Knowing this, we can make it happen if the others are ready or not. So if you have sown a fantastic seed, and that is the work in and of itself, that is a great success. That is soul work, and no exception for your direct reward, and no expectation, beg your pardon, for the direct reward. Or that it has to look or come out in a certain way. When you're in this phase, sometimes you are so much in your head, which is what I was talking about before. You're going towards business or an action from your head's perspective. This is what I want. I will not expect anything else. This is what success looks like. That's often when we're missing the target completely, because we've not asked the right questions and we've not asked for dragon assistance. Sometimes there is a misconception that there is no value to sowing seeds, but we want you to know that there is great, great, great value. You, as an earthly being, as a human, out of your own current experiences, only put value on money. But there is karmic value in there too, and we always support you so that you have enough that you need when you are following your path and following your dreams. Of that there is no doubt. What's missing there is, but have you asked if this is the right product, if these are the right clients, if I'm going in the right direction? Unfortunately, humans have come to expect quick and direct 1 + 1 = 2. So if I put the work out there and if I make this my product, I will get rewarded. This is linear reasoning and reward. There seems to have been a huge and big lump sum of money arriving so that you can feel safe, and that way the old way of living. Whereas rather than allowing money to come in like a breath, and it is where it is needed, supporting your immediate needs and trusting you are in flow with the source of all creation. Consider this. You don't take all your air in for one day at one time. It comes to you throughout your day. You don't eat all your nutrition in one meal in the month. You require intervals to effectively digest and absorb. Just know that when money comes to you, it is meant for you, to further your projects, your campaigns, and invest in your bigger picture and soul work. You are here for a bigger reason than to continue in the old ways, where generations have been doing the same thing in the same ways over and over ad infinitum. Now you get to know and trust your needs are fulfilled, and you can create your own world and deliver your soul work to sow the seeds and see what else is possibly available to create out of practical magic. Things that have never been created before. We talk about new inventions, new novels, new films, new methods of coaching, new ways of loving and living. This is a new paradigm. Welcome to the new world. Your inner world creates your outer world. And don't forget that today is the full moon. So be sure that you know that whatever's coming up for you to be aware of, whatever's being highlighted, is because it's the full moon today. And if that's the case, then this card about earthly success absolutely needs to be dug down into so that you can find out exactly what that means for you. By the way, these Awaken with the Dragon cards, as they are boxed like this, as they arrive at your door, I have a few sets that are available for Christmas, and then I will be opening an Amazon store, and they will be more readily available in exactly the same format, but they will just be much easier to get hold of and delivered far quicker. So this has been a real test for me to understand my direction. So if you're wanting to understand more about the dragons, every single time you hold on to them, you put your flow of energy through them, you let the energy of the dragons be absorbed into you, then this is what the dragon cards do. Every single time you read them, you kind of go, oh God, yeah, remember that now. And that's what they're here for. That is 100% what they are here for, to help you navigate your earth life as this human in this flesh and bones, overthinking headed and body, that you are a spirit, and that there are spiritual ways to go through every single drama, and the dragons are showing you the way of the dragons, which is awaken with the dragons, so that you can actually take lead from the cards that you pick on a daily basis. Part of that is always asking the right question. What is it that I'm looking for? Are these the right clients for me? Is this the right partner for me? Is this the right person to do my banking? Is this the right supermarket to go to? Will there be any parsley in this particular supermarket? Which is what I did at the weekend. I wanted to go and buy loads of parsley for the garden for winter. And I was like, okay, where do I need to go? Oh, right, okay. And there was one in Spain. I popped over to Spain and it had loads of parsley and thyme. So I went and did that. So we're always being asked to ask. Get down into the intuitive feels of it. And this is what we do when we are talking with the dragons. Card number 2. Card number 2. Awesome. Already into Utopia. Okay, so Utopia, time 17:30. Card number 62. There is support for you in all things. Just ask. Oh my God, this is such a theme over the last weekend for me, and just exactly what I've been talking about with a client this morning, just about exactly what I've been talking to you about. Asking. There is a practical dragon for absolutely every single aspect of your life. If it's to do with grief, if it's getting over to get over the death of a loved one, if it's to find a parking space, if it's to understand more about your business, if it's to understand more about your relationships, there is a dragon for everything. So let's call all of these dragons in. Number 62, Utopia. What have you got to say to us today, darling? Okay, so along the end of the journey, Utopia comes in and she helps you really free yourself from being quite so human and stuck in all the human ways of doing things, all the linear thinking. So let's invoke the dragons. There is support for you in all things. Just ask. There is an urgent need for you to strongly believe now, a need to step into your new, accepting, evolved self with this new understanding. Holding on to a new, deeper comprehension and taking a deep leap of faith that there is a new creation for you just appearing ahead. And it's just around the corner that comes from the invisible imaginary realm to further support you. You are the creator and are supported in all things. Can you feel that sensation growing inside of you and how much your soul loves you and wants the best for you? Can you find the feeling of your soul within your body and how your body and mind alter themselves once present and connected into this sovereign state? You are aligned, united, everything is working out well for you. Even the way you sit changes, the way you look at the world changes. With this new evolution of humanity, shifting into the new paradigm and ascending into higher frequencies, you get to experience that you are not alone, nor have you ever been alone, and you are always far from alone. The evidence has been laid out before you in every circumstance that you have ever experienced. Now you just need to start believing this and what we're needing for your higher good. Soul interventions come in for you to remember to ask for assistance and how you can experience what you want. Remember, ask. You yourself are the one who can make the change so that you can move past this next awkward situation and then the next with ease and grace. You can just ask and simultaneously be adjusted the focus of your thoughts and energy, and the support that is available for you can flood in for you, and you will see. Can you feel and acknowledge that there is support and that there is a soul that has intervened in your life to set you back on track, to move you forwards and to orchestrate the circumstances for your benefit and for your highest good? All to bring you here where you are right now. Whatever you're struggling with, whatever the drama is, that is soul intervention, and you're being asked to remember it's soul intervention, and now you get to create your new reality. And now, as you see and believe that your soul has intervened in your life for a very, very, very good reason, for your highest good, you know your soul has your back to support you in all things, and your soul is here and always will support you through the good and the tough times no differently, just as you need to know that we, spirit in all forms, not just the dragon clan, are there to support your soul, no matter what the situation. You may ask. Just ask. Please ask for support, ask for help. It can be worded very simply, for example, you know how to do this, please show me how. And wait and listen for your soul to bring you the answer. Your heightened intuition now brings you clear and concise answers and actions to follow directly. Makes me feel tearful, makes me feel emotional. Utopia, all of them do, but Utopia always hits me right over the head. So what was it there? This morning I was in meditation asking, you know how to do this, please show me how. And boy, oh boy, was I shown. And are these cards also now helping you to be shown as well exactly your part in this whole experience? And it's no small matter. Don't forget, you too can have these cards in your hands. You can give them as a gift for Christmas. You can give them a gift for a birthday. You can give them for an anniversary. Another dragon lover. Anyone who has been opened up to the dragons. You know what? People keep it a secret for a very, very long time that they've got dragons coming into their life. And there are so many, many, many people now who are getting dragon sightings because you're able to see into alternative realities. You're being able to see into different spectrums of light. You're being able to think in a different capacity, and your heart is stretching to be able to access more there as well. Sometimes when I talk very fast, but sometimes when I talk, it's the dragons coming through. Oops, and I'm being guided as to what to be. Oh my God, Utopia again. Okay, Utopia again. Utope, number 63. Okay, again, this is exactly what's been going on. So the full moon is all to do with highlighting how much love you can remain in, how much love there is for you, how much love there is from the dragons. Okay, so what's her card message here? Soul to soul communication across all time and space. Tap into cellular consciousness. Whenever you're out and about, whenever you're dealing with someone or something, or you can do so from a soul to soul connection, and it works so much better. If you're trying to change your business, connect into the soul of your business, like I was doing this morning for myself, but also for this client. And what I do in my group, A Course in Practical Magic, this is exactly what we do. We connect in with the dragons, we connect in with the soul of your business. Right, 63. Let's see what Utopia has to say on that one. We've just done 62 and now we're doing 63. Sometimes, and yeah, this is a long one, so I'll take out the best bits. Soul to soul communication across all time and space. Tap into cellular consciousness. What I was shown about this morning when I was communicating with the dragon for my business, and they were saying, like, you know what, there's so many people out there who are taking business and their life from their head perspective, and whenever they're trying to tune into something, they just keep missing the target. Nothing's coming because they're taking it from their head. If they could take it from their soul perspective and then listen to the soul of someone else, listen to the soul of their business, it would be a completely different experience. So the aim of the dragons, particularly sovereign, your sovereign state, is to really connect in with your soul so that you know who you are, you know how your soul feels, you know how to get into your soul. It also means that you can connect in with others from your soul. And then once you're doing that, you can connect into the stratosphere, you can connect into the galaxies, you can connect into the dragons, into the fairies. Some women in my group are into fairies, or the unicorns, or elves, or all the mystical beings. You are able to access all of the information for the good of all that is available for you. So here we are going into this. Utopia has such amazing energy. You're invited to play in a different way this game of life. Maybe you know that you're dabbling, you're on the fringe, but not fully immersed in your mind, your body and your soul, into the vast differences that are just around the corner and waiting for you as your own creator. That number 62 is just around the corner. This is not just for others, but this is for you. We are calling you. Stop. Listen. There is more, so much more for you to experience from this life. There is so much we want, the dragons, we want to share with you. You know it's a unique and important time and shift and change in reality on this planet. To change your way of doing things, understanding things and coming from things from a very different angle. There is so much more available to you, but none of it is any good unless you don't stop the way you are doing things. There is a possibility of living in a very different direction, soul to soul with others. The dragons are here, and the true guardians of Earth. They come to specifically support you on the planet, to ignite your very power and energy for your entwined higher self, to know yourself with your inner creator activated, and to remember that you are a soul having a human experience. Dragons have the power to bring back into your consciousness what your soul still remembers intuitively, to have you gain access to past life experiences, past life gifts and talents, as well as your ancient wisdom and all of your soul memories, and entwine these with your daily life today. I've got so many stories of using a past life to get over this current life. Even to remember the time when dragons existed here on Earth and you were there at this time with your soul. You are able to reconnect with your soul and be able to tap into parts of yourself that have been long avoided, ignored, dormant and forgotten. And as you do, you will experience the spark of remembering and knowing that allows you to wake up inside, and that will ultimately set you free. Oof, this is a long one. The dragons want you to know that this has never been done before, to ascend into higher evolved form, knowing yourself as spirit, filled with powerful energy, all while still having a human experience in your flesh and bones body. Which is your vehicle for this soul journey? And you carry with you every single day the earth obligation and mundane chores. And that is why the dragons are here to assist you and navigate you. The power that you alone possess when you set your mind and alter your energy to it is quite phenomenal. You will manifest all sorts of things when you are connected to your soul and you are asking the dragons for assistance. When you are open to recognizing soul intervention and assistance, it's available for you in all things. This enables you to wake up to whatever life throws at you and what is in fact a situation or event that has come to you for you to solve. Situations for your highest good, and because only you can solve it, as you have the means because you are the one who created it. Communicating with yourself as soul is an essential tool for these times to come, the times that we are in, this new paradigm. You will do well to master this life skill and move you into this new higher frequency and intuitively golden age, being able to cope really well with life and become resilient to all life's dramas, her ups and downs as they unfold into your daily life. You came here at a specific time as a choice to take part in the evolution of humanity, and that has never been done before, a precise transformation and evolution on a frequency level. That means the old ways of survival are breaking down. Communicating soul to soul sees a world of understanding, compassion and support. People helping each other, and all you need to do is ask, and someone physical or non-physical will help you get what you need. Your inner world creates your outer world. Wow. When I'm reading these cards, be sure that you're not distracted, that you're listening, that you're absorbing, that you're taking the feelings, which is the communication from the dragons, communication into your soul, letting that be absorbed, because you'll be taking it in and understanding it on a completely different level than just with the surface level words and thoughts. Awesome. We're moving on to card number 4. And I'm marking down the times, and these will be put up on YouTube as well if you want to listen to them again, and also all the groups that I share these in. Right, so let's see what we came out with. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Bloom. Okay, Bloom. Bloom is a dragon that I met on a walk in the springtime. This massive big camellia bush was filled with this pink blossom, and behind it I saw it was actually in the shape of a great big dragon, and she was just unapologetic and just growing. She'd never been trimmed, she'd never been cut, she was just unbonsaied, unshaped, she was wild, she was so playful. So Bloom really wants you to take on that full unapologetic note for yourself, your essence. And her card today is 43. Let's have a look at number 43. Number 43. Bloom, when you feel into her, she's just so playful. She's like, life does not have to be that serious. Please stop. Come play with me. Come outside and play. She was originally called Flourish and Blossom, but she's definitely Bloom, all about just letting you, just from the sprout, just coming up and just in your full essence. This is what she wants to bring out. She's all about your feelings, by the way, as well. Safe inside your home, held within your aura and magical safety bubble. Card number 43, Bloom. Every single time I read these cards, I'm still blown away that they're so brilliant. They're so magnificent. Pink for Bloom. What did I say it was? Oh, card I fell open on. Okay, here we go. Please concentrate. Please take all of this in. Absorb it all. It's all meant for you, all meant for your highest good. Whatever feelings, reactions, even if you burp, if you have the hiccups, they're all meant to be. This is exactly the way that the dragons in your soul work together inside you. Should you feel yourself becoming lost in the swirling disasters or a new drama or bad old memories, simply come back home. Simply come home to that space where time stands still, and into the space where you can step quickly into yourself, allowing yourself to feel you, only you. The only person in this house is you. No one else. No one else's thoughts or judgments of you. This is your space. Then once you come home, you can explore feeling into that situation, that other person, into that other space, into that event. When you are home, you are out of the drama zone. You are in your neutrality bubble. Why would you want to leave it? Bloom says. You can still act as you from inside your safety bubble, and you can still have all of your full ranges of senses engaged. You may for a while have the feeling that you are responding a little bit slower, a little bit more purposefully, a little bit more like you are feeling your way forwards. Because you have to remember to come home and then feel around again. It takes practice for this to be your new normal. In other words, you're not thinking, making up judgments or taking what you see and what you think is real. You're feeling into it. Like, why is someone behaving like that? You feel into it and you'll go, because they feel so insecure. You'll know how they feel and you're like, I get it. And then you can just start exuding your best senses towards that. This is you just altering yourself to your surroundings. But you can still feel, so you can feel what's going on in your environment. You can also ask so that you can feel into certain situations, into specifics of people, their intentions, or into upcoming events without being overwhelmed. If you step out of the bubble, you can easily be overwhelmed. So, why not stay in your own safe place, connected to your soul, always and forever? Learn to operate from your bubble. You have a very thin membrane, something like jelly, or maybe you feel a fine layer of gold, like a spider's web or a net around you, picking up things and sensing things that are going on in your environment. This creates your bubble around you and has created a safe place for you to filter through the world. Simply decide what you want to feel and what you don't want to feel, and that can be part of your intention as you set up your day. Frequently revisit that safe place during the day to filter out what you don't want to feel. The bubble is to be cleared thoroughly by you every now and again, and there is a lot of debris that gets attached to you that needs to be thoroughly washed off. Just like any space, it needs to be cleaned and dusted off from energetic situations so that they don't land into your cellular memory, from people or events that come into contact with, and leave their deposits and debris behind. I mean, imagine going past an accident. I mean, we may send Reiki, we may send good energy, but the thought has kind of gone in. So every now and again, we need to wash that off the outside of us, and we all know how to wash off. There is a peaceful place, a safe place that cares for you as a soul and a spiritual being, and that you take everywhere with you. I'll bet from the inside of you. Can you imagine being in that state all of the time, every interaction that you have and every place that you go? You feel that you have the whole galaxy in your heart. It's huge, it's overflowing with love, and it feels amazing. Pulling towards you the people that you would love to meet, who would love to meet you, finding that you have so much time for activities that fulfill you. There is an ease and a calm that you see and experience and feel, simply untouched anymore by the lower vibrations, by any hatred or blame, or from any fear. You live and you love and everything above. Whenever you think of and intend is able to materialize, you feel at peace, you're relaxed in a state of your body, and how light you feel, practically floating in your bubble of safety. And that is what is possible. How do you create this filter that lets all the good in? Your inner world creates your outer world. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for listening to the dragons. They absolutely adore humans and they just want you to have the experience that you came in to have. Don't forget what Utopia was telling us earlier on. This has never been done before. That you're to have this spiritual experience and remember that you're a human having a spiritual experience. That you're able to create. You're able to go into the core of you. You're able to go into your sovereign state and feel safe. And you're able to feel around you what's right. You're able to ask the questions. What's right for me in this situation or whatever. These dragon cards are absolutely calling you to do so much more with your life than you are. Like, what did they say as well in here? I'm being reminded. Thank you. You're playing small. You're dabbling. You're touching the surface. But we're not going any deeper. Ask. Go into the space where the dragons exist. There is a dragon for absolutely every single part of your journey. Every single thing that you come into connection with. So I'm teaching you, you just don't know what you don't know. So I'm opening the doors for you to find out what is actually possible so that you play more. Don't take life quite so serious, which is another one of the cards. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. I shall tag everybody who asked for a card. These will go onto YouTube. Thank you very much. Have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful week. Calling in the dragons.